why do you feel things? Obviously, it's because you have senses, but why do you have senses? Well, it's because you need to survive, but why do you need to survive? Well, that's so you can pass on your genes, but why do you need to pass on your genes? What's stopping the universe from doing nothing? Well, that's something you can seemingly never answer, but then you're just stuck with this realization that when you say, why am I here? All you can say is, I don't know. But not knowing isn't satisfying enough. You want answers. But why do you have all these questions? We are a piece of the universe in the same way a rock is, a river is, a flower is. And so we are the universe trying to understand itself. But why the fuck would we be trying to understand ourselves? And that's a pretty fucking trippy idea. The universe is questioning its own existence. And to get real meta with it, why? To every answer you can give to every why, you can ask why to that very answer. So either there's infinite answers, or if you keep answering the question of why to each answer, you're eventually just going to lead yourself in circles, but then that just brings up even more questions. So from that, the only two outcomes is either there's infinite answers, or every answer is paradoxical. And both of those outcomes mean we can never figure it out. But that doesn't change the fact you have questions. There is so many questions to ask. Like, why are we here? Is there even a reason as to why we're here? Is consciousness a thing of the brain? Is the brain a thing of consciousness? Does consciousness exist within all matter? Is God real? Is it fake? Is there such thing as a higher being? Are humans really the most intelligent life in the universe? Or is there more life out there? Is the universe infinite? Is it finite? And the biggest question, will you subscribe? You should, and you should like this video, or you should like it at some point after you've finished enjoying it. There's countless questions. But the thing is with these questions, when you get too into them, they'll circle around in your mind and you'll just think about them constantly, and you'll think about them and you may never actually get to an answer because some of them are impossible to answer from the point in which we're even at as humanity. But these questions will just circle, they'll circle and circle and circle. But why? I realise that's incredibly ironic. That was a rhetorical why. You see, when you get too far down the rabbit hole of asking questions, very existential questions, you begin to lose sight of, in a literal sense, what's in front of you. Because everything in front of you is the question that's plaguing your mind, which is existence itself. Why the fuck is it? Just why is it itself? How is it? What is it? Where is it? And I think the reason people who get so attached to these questions is because it's an attempt for trying to find some grounding in an existence that we do not understand. There is no real grounding here because it's fucking insane. It's beyond our comprehension. But maybe the real answer to the question isn't to go existential with it. Maybe it's to literally take things as their face value. A recognition that there is no final answer to the how, the why, the who, the what. There just is what is as it is. Because it is how it is. Because if there's infinite questions and infinite answers, then you're never gonna get what you're looking for out of questioning it. And if it just leads you in circles, then you already have the final answer you're gonna get, because it's every answer that you can get, including the question itself. And maybe I can't explain it to a convincing degree, but it seems like to me that the answer above all of the other answers that you can come up with is this very moment. What is right in front of you? Everything else is just an idea. I've never been anywhere outside of this moment personally. I mean, I have memories, but we know memories can make themselves up. And so memories are nothing much more than an idea, and the future is definitely not much more than an idea. But this doesn't change the fact that all these questions are fun. Like, it's really fun to think about things philosophically and think about them logically and critically and rationally, or sometimes even irrationally, with out there foundations of logic that make no real sense but are fun to toy around with. So do we just stop asking questions? Because if we stop asking questions, we'd stop progressing, and progressing's pretty cool. I'm not saying to not ask these questions, because these questions are really fun, and I've came to this realization I'm talking about in this video many times before, and I keep forgetting it because I keep asking these questions because I find it fun. I'll realize it And then also what I realised is that the questions are fun, so to think about them, but not to get too absorbed in them. But I always forget not to get absorbed in them. And then I end up having to realise the same thing again and go through that same journey. I'm not saying you should stop asking questions. What I am saying is not to get too absorbed in the questions themselves. Because when you start getting lost in the questions, you lose sight of reality, and it can sort of feel like reality is caving in on you because you have no questions, and so therefore reality makes no sense and there is no grounding. Because it makes no sense. So, oh my god, these fucking fireworks, bro. I'm gonna commit murderous acts on whoever is setting those off on fucking the 7th of August. Who the fuck sets off fireworks on the 7th of August? I swear to fucking God. Letting these questions consume you is not only not healthy, it stops being fun and it starts becoming dreadful. It's existentially exhausting. Okay, so how do you stop getting so wrapped up in the questions and being consumed by them and only answer them because you find them fun and only thinking about them because you find them fun? Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I keep getting lost in the questions. So if you figure it out, put it in the comments. But anyway, that is it for this video. Enjoy this ASMR outro, and goodbye. I'm gonna commit murderous acts on whoever is setting those off. Who the fuck sets off fireworks on the 7th of August?